It's Tuesday, August 11th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax yesterday was directed at the U.S. consulate. Your top news headlines just ahead. Directed at the United States consulate. We'll have the details just ahead in your news headlines.
Means more foot and vehicle traffic on our roads and crosswalks. Child Safety Link will join us for some timely and important reminders in our second hour.
Plus, do you believe in magic? Get ready to be amazed. The magician Bill Peterson joins us ahead of his performance at the Fundy Fringe Festival. All that and so much more just ahead on the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
All but one.
Come on in and join us 6:01 on this Tuesday, August 11th. We are into the second week of August now, which is wild. We've noticed signs. Yesterday you found a leaf turning color in your yard. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I've noticed that the daylight is beginning to dim.
It is.
Like it's not like at night. It gets dark faster is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
still bright and sunny, not during the day. Not during the day, it's plenty bright at times, but it's at night we're losing our light.
I know. We're seeing back to school stuff in stores.
Yes.
We're seeing fall decor in stores.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slowly changing.
Slowly. Yeah. You two love fall decor, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually do love the fall. I think it's my favorite season.
It's fun. It's my second favorite season. I know people think that my first season is fall because of Halloween. I love Halloween, but summer is my favorite season.
You love the heat and the beach.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think both summer and fall are my favorite. You can have two favorite seasons.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, it is now almost 6:03. Weather-wise today, are we still into the muggy business?
It's still going to be quite muggy for the maritime region, still seeing the humidex and humidity factor in for many communities, but we are starting to see those temperatures moderate now, cooling back down, becoming seasonal to just above seasonal for our daytime highs.
Which is still warm in August.
Absolutely, yeah, it's still going to be a lovely day, but we do have some precipitation that will track across the region today, so bringing us some wet weather, much needed for the region, of course. Will help to cool things down as we head towards tomorrow's forecast as well.
All righty.
Yeah, so just be prepared. A chance of showers may be heading your way when you head outside early this morning.
Okay, well, we're headed to somewhere in our region to take a little peek at what the conditions look like outside.
I love how bright it is.
There we go. Oh, well, traffic's light at 6:03.
Right?
No issues if you're heading to the Gentle Islands.
No issues at all. As of right now, it is 19 degrees in your area. Heading over to Prince Edward Island, 19 degrees as well to start your day. 18 right now in Halifax with 18 as well in Sydney. 17 degrees in Moncton with 13 degrees starting off your day in Labrador City. 11 into St. John's, Newfoundland. So here's a look at that system moving in, bringing a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms to much of the maritime region. Newfoundland, Labrador will be dealing with wet weather throughout the day as well today. And in terms of our wind forecast, remaining light across all three maritime provinces yet again. 17 kilometers per hour this morning in North Cape with 11 into Moncton, Charlottetown, and Grand Etang, 13 in Grand Manan. No wind gusts to report at this time. So we'll take a look at those rainfall totals coming up in the long-range forecast. But first, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax yesterday was directed at the United States consulate. Halifax police say the consulate received the threat Sunday night. Police found the suspect's vehicle the next morning in the parkade at Purdy's Wharf, the same building where the consulate is located. After finding a propane tank and containers believed to contain flammable liquid inside the vehicle, police evacuated the parkade and neighboring streets.
Because I need to go to the U.S. consulate for the visa interview. Yeah, it took months to get a available time slot. It's not easy. You can tell I live in Vancouver. I fly 6 hours there.
A 54-year-old man was arrested near the Canada Games Centre Monday morning. He remains in custody, and police say he could appear in court today. The man, who was the subject of an emergency alert in Halifax over the weekend, is facing over a dozen charges, including attempted murder, after a woman was shot in the Annapolis region.
They got him.
36-year-old Ryan Alexander Cole was arrested around 12:40 p.m. Saturday afternoon in Bedford, but the events leading up to this arrest began just after 7 that morning. Police allege he was involved in the shooting of a 31-year-old woman outside a home in the Annapolis Valley. She was taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. From there, police say Cole fled the area in a Mazda, later crashing it behind Sunnyside Mall.
He is facing a number of charges. First most is the attempted murder charge, as well as a number of firearms offenses, which would be discharging a firearm, careless use of a firearm, possession of a firearm contrary to order, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, and a few others.
RCMP say they are still working on finding the firearm used by the alleged suspect. Cole was scheduled to appear in Digby Provincial Court Monday. In New Brunswick, police in Moncton have identified and charged 3 young teens in connection to a dangerous driving incident that was caught on camera. The video shows teenagers on top and hanging out of a moving car on Vaughan Harvey Boulevard Sunday afternoon. A woman in the passenger seat behind them captured it all on video and posted it on social media. When she reported the incident to officials, the 911 operator said they already received thousands of calls and police were trying to locate the vehicle.
We could not get over the brazenness. I was so scared that one of the kids were going to fall. I was going to see something that I didn't want to see, and somebody would potentially run over them.
Another woman says she saw what appears to be the same black Chevy sedan with the same passengers driving on the sidewalk in the north end of the city shortly after that video was released. Police say the vehicle, which was reported stolen, was located in a ditch in Memramcook Sunday. The 3 youths, a 16-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl, have been released from custody and are scheduled to make a court appearance at a later date. The Cape Breton Regional Municipality is receiving $2.6 million from the provincial and federal governments to improve transit accessibility. The funding will help the municipality buy 6 accessible minibusses for Cape Breton Transit. It will also support the construction of 5 new bus shelters, 5 crosswalks, and nearly 2 kilometers of sidewalks. Officials say the upgrades will make transportation safer, more accessible, and better connected to existing transit routes. Finally, to beat the heat, some moviegoers head to the theater for some fresh AC and entertainment, but not this crowd.
Guess that means something big's happening here, eh?
No, Marv. Big things happen in big places. And the sooner I fill out my report, the sooner I can get back to them.
Yeah, it was movie night on the Halifax waterfront, mixed in with all the restaurants, pubs, public art, and architecture of the Queen's Mark District. Was a giant movie screen and sound system that transformed the harborfront into an outdoor movie theater. Whether or not an issue for moviegoers who turned out to see the sci-fi animated classic, The Iron Giant.
And so far for the series, we haven't gotten to do a ton of promotion, so pretty modest for our first week. Last week we had about 100 people with pretty bad weather, honestly, but it still went really well. We had a great audience, intimate, and nothing went wrong despite lots of wind and the threat of drizzle.
So yeah, you can grab your popcorn or whatever snacks you want. The Monday movie nights on the Halifax waterfront. If you missed it, you're interested, it continues through the month of August and into September as well.
That's cool.
That's a great idea. By the way, The Iron Giant, if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to show your son.
I am not a gun. We showed it to him earlier this summer.
Okay. Did he like
I've never seen that one.
Oh, Latavia.
It's good.
Oh my gosh, Latavia. It might be my favorite movie.
Really?
It's so
I gotta
beautiful.
check it out.
It's so beautiful.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
Great message.
Oh, yeah.
And
like
Yeah,
really
I'll add it to the
incredibly well.
list.
It's funny. Jennifer Aniston is a voice of the mom. Like
Really,
it's, oh no, it's really, really good.
Yeah. Harry Connick Jr., I think, is one of the voices as well.
Call me Dean. Oh my God, so good. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, let's keep the fun going. CTV wants to send you to see a Halifax Tides game. It's Tides Tuesday, people. So are you ready to cheer on Halifax's professional women's Super League team? Well, one lucky viewer will win tickets for 2 to the Halifax Tides game on August 23rd. Scan the QR code on your screen or head to our website, ctvatlantic.ca, for your chance to win. This is a one-day contest. Enter now or forever hold your peace. Until next Tuesday.
Until next Tuesday. Hurry, get that phone, scan that QR code. All right, we are just getting started on this Tuesday morning. Still ahead, I'll have a look at your national and international news headlines, including the latest on the wildfire situation on the West Coast. Plus, on the East Coast here, Latavia will have the full look at the forecast as we take a live look at Fredericton. It looks like we're having a bit of a darker start to the morning here as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, times are changing. The forecast is next.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and welcome back. The time now is 6:13 on your Tuesday morning, taking a live look at the Armdale roundabout. Quite light traffic early this morning. As of right now, it is 18 degrees in Halifax. Temperatures will continue to rise above seasonal for much of your daytime highs and still feeling quite muggy. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 19 degrees as you head outdoors in Charlottetown with 17 in Fredericton. 13 degrees in Labrador City with 12 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have precipitation on its way. We are going to see a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms moving in first for New Brunswick. Will continue to spread across all 3 maritime provinces into the afternoon. Now, Newfoundland, Labrador also going to see some precipitation. There is at risk of thunderstorms for parts of Labrador, and this will continue into tonight's forecast. So we are going to see accumulation with this system. A chance of showers remains into the overnight hours, starting to clear out for parts of the maritime region. That will take us into our forecast for Wednesday, as we do have sunshine returning early in the morning. We also have precipitation in the forecast yet again. If you're wondering about those precipitation totals, the heaviest being 10 to 20 millimeters into parts of northern New Brunswick. Also seeing 10 to 20 millimeters across Prince Edward Island into North Mountain for Cape Breton Island, and around 5 to 10 millimeters expected for parts of mainland Nova Scotia and eastern Nova Scotia. Now, Newfoundland and Labrador also going to see accumulation with this system, 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of Labrador, 5 to 10 across parts of Newfoundland. For forecast today for New Brunswick, remaining seasonal to below seasonal for much of our daytime highs, seeing that cool down today. Daytime highs will range from 20 degrees in Bathurst up to 26 in Moncton. Looking at shower activity with the risk of thunderstorms across the province. For Prince Edward Island, looking at a mix of sun and cloud to start the day. Showers arrive into the afternoon, a risk of thunderstorms as well. Pretty light wind out of the south, only 20 kilometers per hour. And daytime highs between 23 to 25. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, pretty much the same, starting off the day with a bit of sunshine, then seeing evening showers arrive. But for eastern Nova Scotia, we are going to see a chance of showers move in with the risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. Highs will range from 23 degrees in Canso up to 28 in Truro. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud to start. A chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms moves in into the afternoon with daytime highs between 22 to 26. For Labrador City today, a high of 20 yet again. We are going to see mainly cloudy skies to start your day. Showers arrive into the afternoon. 17 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland. Showers starting off your day, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies, but returning into the evening. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. This morning, search and rescue efforts are underway in dozens of cities and towns in Western Colombia after a powerful earthquake struck the region yesterday. The magnitude 7.4 quake killed at least 111 people, and many are still trapped under the debris of damaged and destroyed buildings. Around 1,600 buildings were reported damaged or collapsed. Soldiers, rescue personnel, and families are picking through the rubble in the search for survivors. Colombia's president has declared a national state of emergency. Back here in Canada, the list of upcoming federal by-elections will get a little longer. Liberal MP Sean Chen is stepping down from the Scarborough North riding in Ontario over health issues. In a statement, he said, in late fall 2025, I suffered a serious motor vehicle accident while commuting to Ottawa, which has caused significant health issues that now prevent me from traveling there as frequently as the role requires. Chen has served as MP for the riding since 2015. This is the latest in a series of resignations from all parties. 3 by-elections are set for August 31st, with more yet to be called. On the West Coast in British Columbia, there are more than 100 wildfires actively burning, with about 50 evacuation orders in place. Officials say most of the fires were sparked by lightning strikes, but at least 19 appear to be caused by people, possibly set intentionally. CTV's Andrew Johnson has more.
36 hours after it sparked, seemingly out of nowhere, RCMP are going public with their investigation into the wildfire that's chased 20,000 people from their homes, asking witnesses to come forward.
We will treat every fire as suspicious until proven otherwise.
With no lightning reported in the area Friday night, the fire that's now larger than the city of Vancouver could have been human-caused by accident or even intentionally set.
Even like a hot exhaust running through dense bush.
The neighbor's house is burning up.
New video is emerging of the frantic and tragic aftermath of whatever started the fire as it quickly began consuming homes west of Summerland.
It's like a freight train coming at you, the heat, everything. It's just, it's unexplainable.
All of Summerland and part of Peachland to the north were evacuated, communities in the heart of vacation and wine country south of Kelowna. An elderly woman died during the escape. Blair Duffy and his wife lost their home.
20 years of building everything we've built to watch it go up in flames in 5 minutes. Just gone.
For Jim Harnden and his wife Tracy, right now living out of their camper van in a Penticton Walmart parking lot, even these difficult days are a gift as Harnden lives with terminal cancer.
I don't know how much time I've got. And so I just want to make the best out of it.
They've had offers of places to stay, but are comfortable here for now. As long as Jim's health holds out, he's been receiving care in hospice, where he says the end-of-life camaraderie is helping to put this emergency in perspective.
Live together and tell each other stories. This is just one of them.
A story that for Harnden and thousands of others still doesn't have an ending. Officials have said it could be a week before anyone is allowed to return. And that's if the fire can be prevented from doing any more damage to their communities. Still a big if. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Penticton, BC.
Thank you, Andrew. We're going to take our second break here on Your Morning Atlantic. On the other side of it, your top business headlines on this Tuesday morning and your must-see moment from TSN.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Oh, the swinging 60s. Wouldn't it have been fun to be there screaming?
I know, right? Premiere party? Sign me up.
I know. All right. It's 6:24. It is time to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Hi, everyone. Mark Rowe inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. And for it, we're going to go to downtown Toronto with the Blue Jays taking on the Red Sox. Nathan Lucas at the dish. He bunts into foul territory. Connor Wong lays out to make the spectacular grab. The Red Sox catcher going all out to make the play, putting his body on the line and paying the price as he hits the ground pretty hard. Wong would be all right, although the Red Sox would lose 2-1 in Toronto. That is your must-see moment from Monday. And tonight on TSN, we've got action from the WNBA. Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham in action for the Indiana Fever as they take on the New York Liberty. It all starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on TSN 1 and 4. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
Now over to your business headlines from our colleagues over at BNN.
A potential breakthrough for menopause symptoms gave Abcelera a major boost. At one point, up as much as 41% today. Shares of the company surged after Abcelera says a mid-stage trial of its menopause treatment succeeded. The drug significantly reduced the frequency and severity of hot flashes. It's a hormone-free antibody therapy and could provide an alternative to menopause hormone therapy. The potential success of this new drug could also prove to be a meaningful milestone for Canadian biotech. At this point, though, the drug is still in mid-stage development. And here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 71.74. West Texas Intermediate also finished the day higher, up to 82.13 a barrel. Western Canadian Select is up to 62.06. And yet another record high for the TSX, closing 77 points higher to finish at 36,458. Those are your business headlines. I'm Lindsay Biscaya.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, mainly cloudy start to your day. Scattered showers move in with a risk of thunderstorms. 26 degrees on Wednesday, much of the same starting off the day with sunshine, seeing scattered showers return. And then on Thursday, 27 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud to start. A low chance of showers returns into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, looking at a mix of sun and cloud, isolated showers today with a risk of thunderstorms, a high of 27, 26 degrees midweek, but we are looking at mainly sunny skies to start your day. Scattered showers for parts of the province. And then on Thursday, 25 degrees, looking at a mix of sun and cloud with isolated showers. Prince Edward Island, 24 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds, scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms this afternoon. 23 on Wednesday with scattered showers across the province. And then on Thursday, 24 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, a low chance of showers returns.
Coming up this half hour, the Move Morning Chat. We want to know what your hacks are at the grocery store to help save money. We will be taking notes and sharing ideas in just a little bit on Your Morning Atlantic.
Let us be the first to say good morning to you. Tuesday, August 11th, 6:30. Amanda, Crystal, and Latavia with you on your Tuesday morning. Hope it's off to a great start and looking forward to this conversation where we're talking about saving money at the grocery store, because any tips and hacks, any pennies that we can pinch, all helpful.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when it comes to, getting those snacks ready for camps, for yourself, making lunches at home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It adds up.
By the way, it's almost 6:31 on the dot right now. If you're up right now, good for you. That is,
yeah, right?
If you're just starting your day, you probably are the kind of person who plans and has, a strategy for saving money. So we definitely want to hear what you have to say. I have my thoughts and ideas. I love to save money at the grocery store.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Watermelon the other day.
Oh, my goodness.
So good. A couple weeks ago, it was on sale for $8. Great. Bought that watermelon when I was in the grocery store the other day. Then it was on sale for $14.
It's funny because $8 to me sounds absolutely insane.
I got one for $4.99 a couple weeks ago.
$4.99?
Yeah,
Where did you go? $6, and at that time I love watermelon.
Me too.
So I was like, that is too expensive. I went to Costco. It was like $20, and I was like, absolutely not.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll see.
$4.99?
$4.99. This wasn't peak season, though. I love that big cardboard thing filled with watermelons, too.
That's where I got it from.
I would eat them all.
There we go. This is a fun shot. Where are we right now, Latavia?
In Moncton.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gorgeous over there. I actually went there for the first time over the weekend.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, for the Jonas Brothers concert, which was awesome.
If you missed it, I'm going to have highlights at the end of this newscast.
Oh, well, there you go. 16 degrees to start your day as of right now. A bit cloudier to start. We are expecting a bit of shower activity to move in a little bit later on. 18 degrees in Halifax this morning with 19 in Charlottetown. We're looking at 16 starting off your day in Happy Valley Goose Bay. Only 12 degrees right now in St. John's, Newfoundland. So here's a look at that precipitation tracking across the region. A chance of showers expected, a risk of thunderstorms for all three maritime provinces. Moving in later this morning and into the afternoon, Newfoundland and Labrador will be dealing with some wet weather as well today. And in terms of our wind forecast, it's going to remain quite light for all three maritime provinces. As of right now, 17 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 15 in Grand Manan, with 11 into Sydney. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax yesterday was directed at the United States consulate. Halifax police say the consulate received the threat Sunday night. Police found the suspect's vehicle the next morning in the parkade at Purdy's Wharf, the same building where the consulate is located. After finding a propane tank and containers believed to contain flammable liquid inside the vehicle, police evacuated the parkade and neighboring streets.
Because I need to go to the U.S. consulate for the visa interview. Yeah, it took months to get a available time slot. It's not easy. You can tell. I live in Vancouver. I fly 6 hours there.
A 54-year-old man was arrested near the Canada Game Centre later that morning. He remains in custody, and police say he could appear in court today. The man who was the subject of an emergency alert in Halifax over the weekend is facing over a dozen charges, including attempted murder after a woman was shot in the Annapolis region.
On camera. They got him.
36-year-old Ryan Alexander Cole was arrested around 12:40 p.m. Saturday afternoon in Bedford, but the events leading up to it began just after 7 that morning. Police allege he was involved in the shooting of a 31-year-old woman outside a home in the Annapolis Valley. She was taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. From there, police say Cole fled the area in a Mazda, later crashing it behind Sunnyside Mall.
He is facing a number of charges. First most is the attempted murder charge, as well as a number of firearms offenses, which would be discharging a firearm, careless use of a firearm, possession of a firearm contrary to order, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, and a few others.
RCMP say they're still working on finding the firearm used by the alleged suspect. Cole was scheduled to appear in Digby Provincial Court Monday. Police in Moncton have identified and charged 3 young teens in connection to a dangerous driving incident that was caught on camera. The video shows teenagers on top and hanging out of a moving car on Vaughan Harvey Boulevard Sunday afternoon. A woman in the passenger seat behind them captured it all and posted it on social media. When she reported the incident to authorities, the 911 operator said they'd already received thousands of calls and police were trying to locate the vehicle.
We could not get over the brazenness. I was so scared that one of the kids were going to fall. I was going to see something that I didn't want to see, and somebody would potentially run over them.
Another woman says she saw what appears to be the same black Chevy sedan with the same passengers driving on the sidewalk in the city's north end. Police say the vehicle, which was reported stolen, was located in a ditch in Memramcook Sunday. The 3 youths, a 16-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl, have been released from custody and are scheduled to make a court appearance at a later date. Fewer than half of the Eastern premiers attended a scheduled conference in the U.S. with New England governors. Only Nova Scotia and PEI's premiers were part of the Canadian contingent, while New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Quebec's premiers sent representatives in their place. University of PEI political scientist Don Deserud says this could mark a turning point in inter-border partnerships.
The instability of the system is such that they can make all the agreements they want, and then tomorrow we'll find out that they're all null and void because of another change in policy.
He says provinces may be backing off on negotiations to allow the federal government to take a lead. The threatened 50% tariffs on Canadian goods are set to go into effect next week. Finally, if you're a sucker for the Jonas Brothers, chances are you were in Moncton over the weekend. The Joe Bros brought their greetings from your hometown tour to the Hub City Saturday night. Thousands of fans were burning up for Nick, Joe, and Kevin as they rocked the stage. Canadian rockers Arkells also opened for the famous siblings as well. So, how was the concert?
It was great. First of all, the Arkells, never seen them live in person. We had Max Kerman on the show last month to tee up the event. Incredible.
Amazing.
They worked the crowd. It was awesome. Yeah, the Joe Bros, I've seen them before. They were even better this time around.
Yay!
That's why I had no voice yesterday. I really tried to tame down my screaming and singing, but you know, it's kind of hard when you're
It certainly is.
But it was good.
And you had good seats too.
Yes, we did. We lucked out.
That's awesome. It looks fun. That song's a hoot and a half.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Fun time.
And you enjoyed Moncton's beautiful city.
Yeah, we got to explore, go out for dinner. It was really nice.
Yay.
Yeah, quick trip.
Okay, well, let's bring it back to reality here for a little bit. Interesting health note here. Quebec will not follow a recommendation to lower the screening age for colorectal cancer. The Canadian Cancer Society says the screening age should be lowered from 50 to 45, citing rising cases among younger adults. Ontario and PEI have followed that advice. Quebec now recommends screening for people aged 50 to 74 if they're at average risk of developing the disease. So interesting that they don't really even give a reason why they haven't lowered it. But we've had guests on the show talking about how they're finding more young men with colorectal cancer, and women too, for that matter. So very interesting.
And a reminder too that PEI took those recommendations and lowered the screening age.
Yeah, and a reminder too that if you get those little tests in the mail, you know what I'm talking about. If you are over 50, send them in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Good advice. Okay, still ahead. We will head to Hollywood for your entertainment headlines. But before that, let's save some money on the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know, how do you lower your grocery bill when you head to the grocery store? We want to hear your money-saving hacks. That conversation coming up next at 6:39.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. The time now is 6:42. Taking a live look at a sunny start to the day in Antigonish. 19 degrees early this morning. You'll be holding on to sunshine throughout your day today before showers arrive into this evening. So it is still going to feel quite muggy and sticky for parts of the Maritime region, at least today. 18 degrees right now in Halifax, 19 to start in Charlottetown, 17 degrees in Fredericton with 13 over in Labrador City, and 12 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. We are going to see precipitation track across parts of the region today. A chance of showers to start your day for much of New Brunswick, a risk of thunderstorms, and then seeing this precipitation continue to spread across Prince Edward Island and into Nova Scotia this afternoon. Newfoundland and Labrador also dealing with some wet weather. We do have a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms persisting over there as well. That takes us into our daytime highs for today. Cooler for much of the region, below seasonal to seasonal. Some will still remain above seasonal though. And then into tonight, a chance of showers remains in the forecast. Clearing out though before early Wednesday morning, as we do have sunshine to return to start your day before a chance of showers returns into the afternoon. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, we are going to see accumulation with this system. 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of New Brunswick, across Prince Edward Island into North Mountain for Cape Breton. Only seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters though for eastern Nova Scotia. And then Newfoundland and Labrador seeing accumulation there as well. 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of Labrador, 5 to 10 for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, remaining below seasonal to seasonal today, ranging from 20 degrees in Bathurst up to 26 in Moncton. Scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorm is expected to move in across the province today. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 23 degrees in Tignish up to 25 in Charlottetown. A mix of sun and cloud to start your day, then seeing a chance of some scattered showers moving in this afternoon. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, for the most part for Cape Breton, holding on to sunshine today. We do have evening showers moving in. For parts of eastern Nova Scotia, looking at a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms this afternoon. Daytime highs will range from 23 degrees in Canso up to 28 in Antigonish and Truro. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud today. Isolated showers move in this afternoon with a risk of thunderstorms. Highs will range from 22 degrees up to 26. And then for Labrador City, 20 degrees again as your daytime high. Mainly cloudy start to your day with a chance of showers into the afternoon. 17 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Shower activity to start your day, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies, but a chance of showers returns into the evening. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat.
and Crash join us for Move Mornings in Fredericton for the Move Morning Chat. And this morning, we're talking about ways that you save money. We know the grocery store, it's a really expensive spot to be sometimes, so any little bit helps. So, Crash and Sarah, how do you two save yourself some pennies at the grocery store?
Oh, we've got to do it right. Let's do it. Now, I, of course, I'm sure, and many can relate, never against a no-name store brand situation. So on top of that, if you can find your favorite item in, say, a less aesthetically pleasing can or something, like, for example, I like a certain store brand pasta sauce, and I recently discovered you can get even more of it for less if you buy it in the ugly can on the bottom shelf instead of the gorgeous jar on the little bit higher up shelf. And, I mean, we've got enough jars at home anyway, probably, right? So discovering that felt like discovering a hidden secret jewel of the universe.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's worth the crouch down if you can make her down there.
Fair enough. I just think the easiest way to save some money at the grocery store is leave the kids home. That's what I find works the best. That are always, can I get this? I want that. No. We're going in here for this. We're going in here for that. So you gotta leave them home. But one thing I do actually use is I'll get into it. There's a number of apps out there. The one that we use is Reebee, Reebee. I'll check that before I go somewhere. If I know I need something, I'll be like, where are eggs on sale? Where's the bacon on sale? And it'll usually kind of pop up with all the stores that you kind of frequent. It'll kind of give you the best deal, and you can kind of pick and choose there. And I'm not against going to multiple stores if I'm going to save enough money to make it worth my while, you know?
That's great. I actually start before I even go to the grocery store. I make a list. I make a little meal plan for the week. The first thing I do is look in the fridge and see if there's anything I need to repurpose and get creative with the leftovers on, or if if there's a lot of meat in the freezer that needs to be used up. So I'll make a plan for that, and I'll look at the flyers and kind of round it out around that, and then, literally go with a list. I bring a list, actually have a piece of paper and a pen, and I check it off. It looks annoying, but it really does save a tremendous amount of money.
Yes.
That's a lot of money. I'm with Sarah too. Don't be afraid to look down. Usually the stuff, my understanding is the stuff that is typically at average eye level is prime real estate space. So don't be afraid to look elsewhere. The big thing that I look for now is the unit price.
Yes.
So instead of even pulling out your calculator, they say something's on sale, or you just assume if you're buying it in a larger bag, it's cheaper overall. Sometimes that's not the case. If you look really closely at the label, usually on the bottom left, you're going to see the unit price, and tells you per ounce how much it is. And that will tell you the true cost of the item. So it's so easy to see a bright orange, yellow sale sign and think that's the cheaper option, or you think you buy the bigger one, it's cheaper. Not always. So I'm always looking at the unit price. And I got that advice actually from one of our regular guests, dietitian Lori Barker-Jackman.
Yeah, she's a treasure trove of information. We have her information on our website. You can follow her. But yeah, and listen, we want to hear from our viewers any tips and tricks. I'm open to anything to save money these days, because the grocery store, the prices just keep going up. Up and up and up. So what is your hack for saving money at the grocery store? Let us know. Share it. It's a public service. You can text it at 10400, and we'll have a little roundup at the end of the show.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:52. We're going to head over to Hollywood for a look at your entertainment headlines.
The Jonas Brothers are about to be burning up your TV screens. On Friday, the trio's podcast, Hey Jonas, will begin streaming on Hulu and Disney+. The release coincides with the premiere of Camp Rock 3, which airs on Disney Channel this Thursday.
The last thing my mom said to me was just play drums.
A documentary about Travis Barker also hits Disney streamers this week. Travis Barker, Louder Than Fear, explores the life of the Blink-182 drummer, from the loss of his mother at a young age to a music icon and a life-altering plane crash. This summer, Barker reflected on his journey.
I've seen traumatic experiences either destroy someone or define them. And I think with every loss I had or everything I took to the chin, it made me stronger.
Travis Barker, Louder Than Fear, premieres Thursday, August 13th on Hulu and Disney+. Disney is the parent company of Hulu and ABC News.
Hey, it's your brother. We had a problem, and it's led to some things.
We have our first teaser trailer for Paper Tiger. The new thriller follows two brothers, played by Adam Driver and Miles Teller, who find themselves involved with the Russian mafia. Paper Tiger comes to select theaters on November 13th. And happy birthday to Chris Hemsworth, who is 43 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, well, we all know we love a good real estate story on this show, and this one is very unique.
It's a piece of property for sale in Quebec that, get this, you can't build anything on, and you can't even see it for part of the year. CTV's Matt Gilmore explains.
Have you ever dreamed of owning your own private island? I bet it didn't exactly look like this in your mind's eye. A 10,000 square foot spit of land in the Rivière des Prairies. But if you don't mind trading white sand for rocks and shrubs, it could be yours for 50 grand.
It's not every day that I have to list an island, especially in Laval.
Of course, the exact size of the island depends on the time of year.
The island, you know, sometimes the water is high, sometimes it's low, so it can change, you know, like the island itself.
It's safe to say the property is located in a flood zone. Building on it is a non-starter, but broker Sasha DeSantis is looking for a different kind of buyer.
I think this listing would be great for someone who owns a waterfront, like one of the neighbors that has a waterfront and is worth maybe 2 or 3 millions already, and they just want to add an island to their home, you know, to get value up because nobody has an island.
The current owners bought the island for $13,000 in 2023. They're now looking to flip it for a 285% profit, despite its limitations and the fact the city valuation for the property is just $400.
We already have a couple of buyers interested. I received like 3 or 4 offers already with different prices, different conditions. So we are looking at that right now.
It's not exactly an oasis in the sun, but whatever floats your boat. Matt Gilmore, CTV News.
I need to buy that little island. All right, taking another look at our 3-day forecast. For New Brunswick today, 26 degrees is your daytime high. Mainly cloudy skies to start your day. We do have scattered showers moving in later this morning with the risk of thunderstorms. Much of the same on Wednesday, but starting off the day with a mix of sun and cloud. 27 degrees on Thursday, starting off the day with sunshine, seeing a low chance of showers return into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 27 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud to start. Isolated showers for parts of the province into the afternoon with a risk of thunderstorms. 26 degrees midweek, mainly sunny to start your day. Scattered showers return for parts of the province yet again. 25 on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud with a low chance of showers. 24 degrees for Prince Edward Island today, a mix of sun and cloud with scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms. 23 on Wednesday with scattered showers continuing. 24 on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud, isolated showers into the afternoon.
It's Tuesday, August 11th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax Monday was directed at the United States consulate. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And getting to your destination safely. Whether you're walking or driving, traffic is about to pick up in a few weeks, and as students head back to school, it's time to get some timely safety tips. That's coming up in this half hour.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 7 o'clock on your Tuesday. Can't believe it's already August. What is it, 11th?
August is whipping by.
It is.
Really wild.
Enjoy it, though.
Let's savor it and enjoy it. Yesterday turned out to be, at least in the Halifax area, really lovely in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. We were still under that heat warning.
Yeah.
That has since now ended. We are going to still have some sticky, muggy weather for parts of the Maritime region, but we are starting to see those temperatures begin to cool down.
But it's going to rain, right, for a lot of the region?
Well, we have a chance of showers.
Oh, that's
yeah,
it. Okay.
yeah. It's just a chance of showers. We do have some steadier shower activity for northern New Brunswick, as well as into parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. But other than that, it's around a 30 to 60% chance of it happening, depending on where you are. Yeah.
We can handle showers.
You gotta pay super close attention. I have been trying to pay close attention to weather.
We're all working.
I'm glad I work on the show because I get to watch it several times a morning. So,
exactly. Even me, sometimes I have
to. Slow on the uptake sometimes.
Yeah, I got to listen to it a couple times to actually let it soak in for me as well.
St. John's, this is the new government building. Last year when I was there, I toured the old government building.
Oh, fun.
It was really neat.
That would have been really cool.
Oh, super cool. Yeah, you should do it if you're there. It's free.
Yeah. Add it to the list.
Awesome.
Add it to the list, exactly.
Well, as you can see from our live eye, it is a foggy, cloudy start to the day. We're expecting a few showers in your area early this morning to start. We'll clear out if you do see any precipitation, leaving mainly cloudy skies. Currently 12 degrees in your area. 18 degrees to start your day in Halifax, with 19 in Charlottetown, 17 degrees in Fredericton, 15 degrees over in Cartwright. Here's a look at that system tracking across the region. We do have that chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms moving in for all three maritime provinces as we head towards this afternoon. Newfoundland, Labrador dealing with a few showers, tapering off to a chance of showers for parts of Labrador. And for wind forecast, going to remain quite light for all three maritime provinces. As of right now, nothing above 17 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 15 in Grand Manan, with no wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your rainfall totals coming up, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you so much, Latavia. Police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax yesterday was directed at the United States consulate. Halifax police say the consulate received the threat Sunday night. Police found the suspect's vehicle the next morning in the parkade at Purdy's Wharf, the same building where the consulate is located. After finding a propane tank and containers believed to contain flammable liquid inside the vehicle, police evacuated the parkade and neighboring streets.
Because I need to go to the U.S. consulate for the visa interview. Yeah, it took months to get a available time slot. It's not easy. You can tell. I live in Vancouver. I fly 6 hours there.
A 54-year-old man was arrested near the Canada Game Centre Monday morning. He remains in custody, and police say he could appear in court today. Police say there is no risk to the public. The man, who was the subject of an emergency alert in Halifax over the weekend, is facing over a dozen charges, including attempted murder, after a woman was shot in the Annapolis region.
They got him.
36-year-old Ryan Alexander Cole was arrested around 12:40 p.m. Saturday afternoon in Bedford. Police allege he was involved in the shooting of a 31-year-old woman outside a home in the Annapolis Valley earlier that morning. She was taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police tracked down the man in the woods behind Sunnyside Mall and arrested him, though the firearm believed to be used to shoot the woman was not found. Police in Moncton have identified and charged 3 young teens in connection to a dangerous driving incident that was caught on camera. The video shows teenagers on top and hanging out of a vehicle. This was on Vaughan Harvey Boulevard Sunday afternoon. A woman in the passenger seat behind them captured it all on social media and contacted authorities. Police say the vehicle, which was reported stolen, was located in a ditch in Memramcook Sunday night. The 3 youths, a 16-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl, have been released from custody and are scheduled to make a court appearance at a later date. A St. John resident is looking for answers as to who will clean up an encampment site that she says is located on her private property. CTV's Avery McCrae spoke with the woman to learn more about the issue and the challenges associated with it.
This is the scene behind Megan Goligan's home. It's a treasure trove of garbage, clothing, and other items left by a presumed homeless encampment, and she wants something done about it.
I lose sleep because I'm terrified my house is going to catch on fire, or somebody's going to break in, or my kids are going to be out and get hurt. It's really scary.
Goligan is one of a handful of property owners dealing with the issue. The encampment site lies on a mix of city-owned Rockwood Park and residents' private properties. She wants to know who is responsible for cleaning it up before spending thousands of dollars herself.
I need answers, like what's going to happen?
She has reached out to the city and has not heard back, and has also spoken with Fresh Start Services, a group who worked with the city's homeless to address the matter. Fresh Start Executive Director Melanie Vautour says her team has visited the site numerous times.
It's actually been abandoned for a long time. We can't say for certain if it's actually a site or if it started as maybe a bit of garbage dumping that ended up spreading out.
Vautour says they get a lot of calls this time of year from residents concerned about encampments on their properties and says many times they are false alarms. Derek May, whose parents' property backs onto the encampment site, says while visible encampments aren't as present as they once were uptown, the situation isn't improving.
The real question is these places that we establish for people that are experience homelessness, why do they have a 25% vacancy rate right now? We need to support agencies that are actually helping people move beyond just homelessness.
Fresh Start says there are about 600 homeless people in the greater St. John area. The city of St. John did not provide an interview, but in a lengthy statement, they say the encampment and associated debris is located on city property, not the private property of residents. They say steps have been taken to address the matter, but did not provide a timeline. Avery McCrae, CTV News, St. John.
Thank you, Avery. Finally, we want to show you a creative way people are trying to cool down in Europe amidst sweltering heat there. In Croatia, some people are going horseback riding in the sea. Tourists at a Croatian island could be seen riding their horses into the water. The horses trotted in, with the rider sitting snugly on top of the animals. And the clear water could be seen rippling onto the island, providing a way to cool down from the scorching heat.
This is adorable.
Oh, good for everyone, right?
So fun.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
Great.
Just beautiful. To me, that seems like a dream.
Yeah, it's majestic.
It is a dream.
Look at that.
I love that.
I already love riding horses, and then in the water too. Win-win.
That is incredible. I feel like you could get a similar experience with one of those blow-up unicorn things too.
Yeah, basically.
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, love this.
I know.
The water is so clear as
Those
well.
people are living their lives.
Here, look at that.
Here.
And the outfit.
I'm going to slip on this little sarong and head down to the sea with my horse.
Right?
As one does.
Yes.
Fancy.
And afterward, we'll have lunch on Riviera.
Meantime, people who like have horses around barns around here are like,
They're like,
I'm wearing my old jeans, my old oversized shirt with holes in it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was fun.
Nice outfit.
Thank you for that.
Beautiful
escape.
visuals.
Wow, I feel like I've had a vacation. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, this is fun. CTV wants to send you to see the Halifax tides. It's a little mini vacation. Not quite. There are no horses though, none whatsoever. They're nearby though. You can look at them. The larger is like right behind the little
Bengal
Lancers. There you
Lancers.
go. Anyway, if you want to win our contest and cheer on the Halifax professional women's football team as they compete in the Northern Super League, then simply go to that QR code or ctvatlantic.ca. One lucky viewer will win tickets for 2 to the Halifax home game on August 23rd, 2026. Lots of fun there.
Oh, yeah.
Giddy up.
You can see the horses. It's one of the best parts of the whole experience.
I know.
Really
Don't feed them, they bite.
That's what the
sign says, yeah.
I've never been bitten. I've never fed them, but they will let you pet them.
Oh, yeah. Every time we drive by it, I'm like, they don't bite.
They're too nice. They're too nice. All right, still ahead. Latavia has more details and just on how hot and humid it's going to be today. Not as intense as yesterday. Plus, I'll have a look at your national news headlines as the deadline for U.S. tariffs on Canada just inches closer, that deadline next week. Also, too, keeping road safety top of mind as back to school is in just a few weeks' time. So it's good to have the information known now before school starts in September. Be here before we know it. Until then, let's take a live look at beautiful Grand Prairie this morning. Oh, the valley. Such a gorgeous spot. The forecast with Latavia is coming up next.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. The time now is 7:13. Taking a live look at Barrington. Early this morning, it is 14 degrees to start your day. We do have a chance of showers. The risk of thunderstorms expected early in the morning. Clearing out, though, into the afternoon, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. As of right now, it is 18 degrees in Halifax, 19 starting off your day in Charlottetown, 16 degrees in Moncton with 17 in Fredericton, 13 early this morning in Labrador City, 12 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. We are still going to feel a bit muggy for parts of Atlantic Canada, specifically into parts of the Maritime region. And although we will be seeing some sunshine early in the morning, we do have precipitation tracking across much of the region. A chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms starting off first in New Brunswick, then will continue to spread over to Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia into the afternoon. Newfoundland, Labrador also dealing with some wet weather, a few showers, a chance of showers early in the morning. That will continue throughout your day today. Into tonight, we are going to see a chance of showers early on, then slowly beginning to clear out of the Maritime region as we head towards early Wednesday morning, as we are going to see the return of sunshine before a chance of showers continues into the afternoon yet again. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, heaviest being 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and into North Mountain. For Newfoundland and Labrador, also seeing accumulation there as well, 10 to 20 millimeters as its heaviest for parts of Labrador, 5 to 10 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland. For forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will become below seasonal to seasonal today, ranging from 20 degrees up to 26 in Moncton and Fredericton. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected throughout your day today. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs will range from 22 to 25. We are going to see a mix of sun and cloud early in the morning. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms will return into the afternoon. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we are going to see sunshine throughout the day for Cape Breton Island, seeing a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms move in into the evening. But for eastern Nova Scotia, looking at a chance of some isolated showers and risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. Daytime highs between 23 to 28. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud to start your day, isolated showers and a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. Daytime highs between 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 26. And then for Labrador City, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies starting off your day. Showers arrive into the afternoon with a high of 20. 19 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. A few showers to start, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell.
This is the Campfire Conditions Report brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends. If you are in the province of New Brunswick, you are currently allowed to have a campfire. For the province of Nova Scotia, a few counties are permitted to have campfires between 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. That includes Kings County, Pictou, Antigonish, and Guysborough counties, and then Richmond County and Cape Breton County in Cape Breton. The remainder of Nova Scotia, campfires are allowed between 7 p.m. and 8 a.m. And for Prince Edward Island, campfires are currently allowed with domestic brush burning permitted between the hours of 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. The next update to those provincial restrictions will be coming up at 2 p.m. on August 11th.
Thank you, Kaylin. Now a look at international news. This morning, search and rescue efforts are underway in dozens of cities and towns in Western Colombia after a powerful earthquake struck the region yesterday. The magnitude 7.4 quake killed at least 111 people, and many are still trapped under the debris of damaged and destroyed buildings. Around 1,600 buildings were reported damaged or collapsed. Soldiers, rescue personnel, and families are picking through the rubble in the search for survivors. Colombia's president has declared a national state of emergency. Canada's Trade Minister and Beauséjour MP Dominic LeBlanc is back in Washington for another round of trade talks as the August 19th tariff deadline looms. CTV's Mike LeCouture spoke to Americans in D.C. about the prospect of a deal.
As the American capital deals with another sweltering day, trade talks between Canada and the U.S. are heating up. The Minister of Canada-U.S. Trade, Dominic LeBlanc, is coming to Washington in anticipation of more meetings. Canada and the U.S. are in the middle of these trade talks. Meantime, Americans here just want to see the relationship return to normal.
Definitely don't need more tariffs. Anything, get rid of it. And if you want to start off, you can lessen it, but definitely we need to get rid of it.
I think it's horrid. I think it's terrible for our world economy. I think it's bad for Canadian economy. It's bad for American economy.
Others admit they aren't following the movement of every meeting. That's why the Canadian American Business Council launched 2 educational interactive games. One shows Canadians how the U.S. is often the source of everyday grocery items, and the other shows Americans how many states count on Canada as their top customer.
Really highlighting how important and integrated we are has been really valuable.
The CABC also commissioned a study to show the impacts of tariffs and a possible collapse of CUSMA. It shows Canada could see a $271 billion hit to the GDP over the next decade without the trade deal. In the U.S., it would be $1 trillion loss over 10 years. But keeping it in place could see growth and more jobs.
A successful agreement would also support 137,000 additional U.S. jobs and 98,000 Canadian jobs in 2027 alone.
Burke and industry sources are cautiously optimistic after last week's meetings.
While creating meaningful opportunities.
As trade talks continue, equally complex negotiations are happening over Canada's purchase of new fighter jets and whether or not to buy the American F-35.
The question of an acquisition of that size would normally, obviously, be a point of debate or dialogue between two sovereign nations.
While those talks continue, there is a sense of urgency on the trade front. The U.S. has threatened a 50% tariff on a wide swath of Canadian goods if there isn't an agreement within the next 9 days. Mike Lecouteur, CTV News, Washington.
Another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we'll have a conversation with Child Safety Link about back-to-school safety. Whether you have children or not, that's on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Welcome back to the show. It's 7:23. Now, back to school is just around the corner, which means roadways and crosswalks will be hustling and bustling with more vehicle and foot traffic come September. So here to shine a light on this important safety issue is Dhruv Patel with Child Safety Link at the IWK. Good morning, Dhruv. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
So it is just a few weeks away, even though we're still feeling like we're in the heart of summer. Why is it so important to talk about traffic safety in kids?
Well, that's a great question, because the school is right around the corner, right? And first of all, I would like to mention that we encourage and recommend that kids walk to the school.
Okay.
Not only this is great for them being active, but it also reduces traffic in busy morning hours when there is school and office, everything is going on. Now, that said, it's also important to understand that injuries related to child pedestrian are one of the big reasons why kids get injured. And in cases when a kid is hit by a moving vehicle or a motor vehicle, injuries can be pretty severe. So we got to make sure that the kids are being safe. Now, the good news is that this kind of injuries are almost always preventable. Parents and caregivers can do a lot of things to make sure that the kids are being safe.
All right, we're seeing some images now of a crosswalk with the flags. Even with a clearly marked crosswalk like this, even with the flags, it's still a dangerous situation for kids. How can we prevent injuries at crosswalks?
That's a great question. So for younger kids, there are three main things that parents and caregivers can do. So the number one thing is that you got to make sure that your kids are being accompanied by adults or older kid. The other thing is that only cross the road at the crossroads. And whenever possible, use the flags as we show.
Yep.
Or use the light that is available, the crossing light. And before crossing the road, this may sound very generic, but look left, then look right, and then look left again before crossing the road. And while crossing the road, make sure that you are constantly checking for the traffic around you.
Yeah.
So those are the three main things. Now,
go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but an important thing to make sure is that kids only start to develop the skills to walk by themselves and understand the skills to navigate the street between the ages of 9 and 11. So we recommend that kids under the age of 9 be always accompanied by a kid and older or an older adult.
That's a great point. And also if the kids are older, make sure they have experience crossing. Don't just send them out for the first time, because the other thing that somebody told me, and I think of it all the time, making eye contact with the driver before you cross too. Make sure they see you. Yeah.
That's a big one. I think one more thing that caregivers and parents can do, apart from making the eye contact, is doing the route. So
yes,
between now and September, what you can do is take your kid out to the school several times for a walk so that they can remember the route and be aware of if there's anything going on. For instance, if there's construction or any barriers that come up.
Yes.
Are you confident that your kid would be able to navigate through that or reroute a little bit?
So smart, Dhruv. We really appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for these reminders.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure. We put more information about Child Safety Link on our website if you want to check it out. It's 7:26. But the big thing is, don't be in a rush. Whether you're driving or walking, give yourself lots of time and make sure that you just give other cars and people some space. We'll be right back with our show after this.
Coming up, the blueprint for building a business that lasts. In this week's edition of Tia Tuesdays, we'll get details on an entrepreneurship summit that's all about inspiring and educating new business owners. Details just ahead here on the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Come on in. We're halfway through the show already on this Tuesday. So glad you're able to join us. It's the 11th of August, which is my favorite number, 11. Hurrah.
November.
Hurrah.
Hurrah, Haroon, November 11th.
That's my birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah. Easy to remember. Yeah.
Easy to remember. Absolutely it is.
But
Scorpio season.
I know.
My fave.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. Although right now we're into, I believe, Leo season?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so that's...
well underway.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't understand those seasons. I can't keep track.
Well, I know Leo because my husband's a Leo.
Rawr.
The lion.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have lion-like weather today.
Kind of, with the shower activity tracking across
there we
parts of the
go.
region. Yeah, a bit steadier for parts of Atlantic Canada. Here's a live look at Edmonton early this morning. Beautiful
Look at that cathedral.
Wow.
Holy moly, put that one on the list to visit. I bet it's gorgeous inside.
Absolutely
Iconic.
gorgeous. All right, well, 16 degrees starting off your day there. We are expecting a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms to move in across New Brunswick today. Something to keep in mind when you are heading out early this morning. 17 degrees in Fredericton, 19 starting off your day in Charlottetown with 18 in Halifax, 17 degrees in Cartwright with 13 in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at that precipitation that will track across much of Atlantic Canada today. Chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms starting off in New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Labrador. Also seeing a bit of precipitation to start your day, moving across the rest of the region into the afternoon. And in terms of our wind forecast, remaining quite light for all three maritime provinces, 17 kilometers per hour rather in North Cape, 13 into Yarmouth with 11 in Halifax. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax yesterday was directed at the United States consulate. Halifax police say the consulate received the threat Sunday night. Police found the suspect's vehicle the next morning in the parkade at Purdy's Wharf, the same building where the consulate is located. After finding a propane tank and containers believed to contain flammable liquid inside the vehicle, police evacuated the parkade and neighboring streets.
Because I need to go to the U.S. consulate for the visa interview. Yeah, it took months to get a available time slot. It's not easy. You can tell. I live in Vancouver. I fly 6 hours there.
A 54-year-old man was arrested near the Canada Game Centre Monday morning. He remains in custody, and police say he could appear in court today. The man, who was the subject of an emergency alert in Halifax over the weekend, is facing over a dozen charges, including attempted murder after a woman was shot in the Annapolis region.
They got him.
36-year-old Ryan Alexander Cole was arrested around 12:40 p.m. Saturday afternoon in Bedford, but the events leading up to it began just after 7 that morning. Police allege he was involved in the shooting of a 31-year-old woman outside a home in the Annapolis Valley. She was taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. From there, police say Cole fled the area in a Mazda, later crashing it behind Sunnyside Mall.
He is facing a number of charges. First most is the attempted murder charge, as well as a number of firearms offenses, which would be discharging a firearm, careless use of a firearm, possession of a firearm contrary to order, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, and a few others.
RCMP say they're still working on finding the firearm used by the alleged suspect. Cole was scheduled to appear in Digby Provincial Court Monday. Police in Moncton have identified and charged 3 young teens in connection to a dangerous driving incident that was caught on camera. The video shows teenagers on top and hanging out of a moving car on Vaughan Harvey Boulevard Sunday afternoon. A woman in the passenger seat behind them captured it all and posted it on social media. When she reported the incident to officials, the 911 operator said they'd already received thousands of calls, and police were trying to locate the vehicle.
We could not get over the brazenness. I was so scared that one of the kids were going to fall. I was going to see something that I didn't want to see, and somebody would potentially run over them.
Another woman says she saw what appears to be the same black Chevy sedan with the same passengers driving on the sidewalk in the city's north end. Police say the vehicle, which was reported stolen, was located in a ditch in Memramcook Sunday. The three youths, a 16-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl, have been released from custody and are scheduled to make a court appearance at a later date. Well, it's well known farming is not easy or cheap, and that's why researchers in PEI are exploring a lesser-known crop with growing potential to cut costs. CTV's Maria Saru on the so-called wonder grain that could also be good for the environment.
A lot of costs associated with planting a crop, so if you can get away with planting it once every 3 to 5 years, then you save those inputs.
Research scientist Aaron Mills says wheat can cost up to $800 to plant per acre, but for Kernza, it's closer to $100. And it can also do double duty, producing both grain and forage for livestock. But there are trade-offs like lower returns, and the market is limited, making it a good fit for farmers looking for a rotational crop.
It's not for everybody. What we try to do is add more tools to the toolbox for farmers.
One of Kernza's biggest advantages may be below ground. Its roots stay in the soil year-round, storing carbon pulled from the atmosphere. And because it needs less fertilizer and fewer trips across the field, researchers say it can also cut greenhouse gas emissions. Not only can it survive in maritime conditions, but also western winters, so land isn't left bare between crops.
I'm out west where this was prairie, and the great soils that we had were the result of having the permanent ground cover. So there are some maybe long-term benefits for all of us.
He adds, Kernza is already being used to make artisan bread and brew beer, but there's potential for more. Researchers are now watching to see just how long Kernza can keep growing in the same field before it needs to be replanted. Maria Saru, CTV News, Harrington, Prince Edward Island.
Thank you so much, Maria. That's so neat.
The wonder grain.
The wonder grain.
That sounds like fun. Okay, we've got exciting news. Ooh, Your Morning Atlantic and Clearwater are teaming up to celebrate 50 years of seafood. Now, founded in 1976 as a small lobster retailer in Nova Scotia, Clearwater has grown into one of North America's largest seafood companies. And in honor of their 50th anniversary, one lucky viewer will win 50 pounds of lobster. That is plenty of seafood to share with family and friends. So if you'd like to win, scan the QR code on your screen right now or go to ctvatlantic.ca. Then melt the butter.
I was just
Absolutely.
Get the garlic butter ready.
Yum.
Good luck
Fresh
to you.
rolls, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and please let me know if you win. I'll be over with my bib and cracker.
Absolutely.
Speaking of food, we want to bring you back to the Move Morning Chat. If you missed it earlier, we were talking with Crash and Sarah Betts from Move Mornings in Fredericton about we're sharing different ways that we like to save money at the grocery store, and we want to hear from you on this. What's your hack for saving money at the grocery store? Send us a text at 10400. We already have a few answers in about what you're doing. Some good advice there. We're going to have all of your text messages a little later in the show. So please stick around for that. But weigh in. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
We all want to save money.
Jotting it down.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we are.
Okay. Still ahead. Fill up your tea or coffee. Don't go anywhere. When we return, Latavia has the all-important weather forecast. Bit of a break in that heat and humidity. Little bit.
Yeah.
And then also, too, it's Tia Tuesdays. Whether you're thinking about starting a business, growing one, or you're just trying to get unstuck, we'll learn about a summit that will give new business owners the tools to take their next step. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 7:42, taking a live look at Yarmouth. As of right now, it is 17 degrees as you head outdoors. A very low chance of some showers expected early this morning, a risk of thunderstorms. But if you do see any precipitation, expect it to clear out. But as of right now, doesn't look like we're seeing much. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 18 degrees early this morning in Halifax. 19 in Charlottetown with 16 over in Moncton, 17 in Bathurst, 15 degrees early this morning in Happy Valley Goose Bay, as well as into Gander. Here's a look at our forecast timeline. We are going to see a bit of a cloudier start to the day for the region, as well as precipitation tracking across New Brunswick first. Looking at a few showers, a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms for the province, also going to spread over to Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia into the afternoon. It is going to remain relatively low, but then continues to pick up for parts of Atlantic Canada. Newfoundland, Labrador going to see some wet weather as well today. Into tonight, a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms will remain. That will clear out into early Wednesday morning, though, as we do have sunshine starting off the day on Wednesday before a chance of showers returns into the afternoon. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, looking at 10 to 20 millimeters as for its heaviest for New Brunswick, across Prince Edward Island and into Cape Breton Island for North Mountain. We are also seeing 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of Labrador, and then 5 to 10 millimeters expected for Corner Brook and Port aux Basques. For a forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will be cooling off, ranging from seasonal to below seasonal for those daytime highs, ranging from 20 degrees up to 26 in Fredericton and Moncton. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms across the province today. For Prince Edward Island, a mix of sun and cloud to start your day, seeing a chance of showers into the afternoon with a risk of thunderstorms. Daytime highs between 22 degrees up to 25 in Charlottetown. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we do have some isolated showers and risk of thunderstorms for eastern Nova Scotia into the afternoon. For Cape Breton, seeing a chance of showers into the evening. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, pretty much the same. We're looking at a mix of sun and cloud, isolated showers to start your day for the Tri-County area, a risk of thunderstorms moving in for mainland Nova Scotia this afternoon. For Labrador City, looking at 20 degrees as your daytime high, mainly cloudy to start your day. Showers arrive into the afternoon with 19 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, a chance of showers to start your day, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Crystal.
Thanks, Latavia. Now 7:45. Most people don't realize that to be successful in business, understanding your numbers is just as important as having a great business idea. In today's Tuesdays with Tia segment, we're learning why two of Atlantic Canada's most dynamic entrepreneurs are joining forces for a one-day summit for entrepreneurs called We Don't Talk About It, We Built It, the blueprint for building a business that lasts. Here to tell us more about this exciting event taking place on September 12th is Stephanie Folahan, founder and CEO of Premier Accounting and Tax, Inc. Good morning to you, Stephanie.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, so excited to chat about this. Let's get right into it. I know that you've built a successful accounting and tax firm over the past 15 years. Why did you decide to partner with Tia Upshaw to deliver this entrepreneurship summit?
I think that Tia and I are polar opposites, but also exactly the same with this amazing underdog story, building something that both our teachers and families probably never thought we would have. And so our hearts are with the little guys, and this is why the event has come up, because we want to bring people along with us. We are not gatekeepers of information, and would be happy to pass along as much information as possible and spread the wealth of knowledge that we both have.
So this summit does seem different than most entrepreneurship summits I've seen before. For one thing, you say that you've been through it. You're just going to tell it like it is. You're going to share the good, the bad, and the ugly to save people time, making those same mistakes themselves. And you're offering your one-on-one. You and Tia are going to be one-on-one with the people. Why is it so important for you to just be so honest and so direct with the people who are involved in this summit?
I don't think that either of us know how to be any other way. So we've kind of really created our own lane in business in general. And we want to work with folks that are like-minded, and we aren't looking for the most polished business, the most successful people. We want the people to come that are stressed out, that have business challenges, whether it be marketing, AI, strategy, finance, whatever it is. We've got something for you because we both do a little bit of everything. She specializes in marketing and business development, and I'm really, really heavy into finance, and finance is the language of business. So those two worlds colliding create this perfect storm for a great experience. And those that are just starting or who are stuck trying to scale, we've been there. So we certainly have information to pass on to help you along.
Yeah, it's interesting that you're going to talk about finance, because I think a lot of people underestimate how important that is. We recently had one of our guests on the show is a licensed insolvency trustee, and they were saying that they work with a lot of businesses who they've got a great idea, but then they kind of forget about the books, and then they get into tax trouble at the end of the year. So I think this is a common problem.
It's a very common problem. I sadly see it far too often that we get too far in and then realize, oh, whoops, this was really important. So we're hoping to catch people before it becomes a problem, implement the systems that need be in place to avoid. Unfortunately, I would love to send business to the trustee that was on, but if we can step, let's do that. Bankruptcy isn't the be all end all. It does happen. I see it fairly often, unfortunately. But if we can put better systems in place to put the money where it's supposed to be and keep CRA happy, keep you paid, then why wouldn't we do that right from the beginning?
Okay, we're seeing a poster for the event. It's September 12th. Registration's open now. It's $99 early bird, which is very reasonable if you're in the market for this kind of summit. Who do you hope signs up for this?
I hope that folks that would call themselves a hot mess, the most well-oiled machines, this probably isn't for you. We are looking for folks who need somewhere they can just let it out and we can actually help move them along. The stressed out folks, the people whose books aren't in order, that their marketing strategy isn't working. They've got sales problems, hiring problems, people problems. Bring it all to us. This is where we both thrive.
I love it. And then with others in the same boat, too, it creates a wonderful synergy. We got about 30 seconds left. What kind of transformation do you think is possible in a one-day summit?
I think in a one-day summit, you can really open someone's mind to how things can be different, and as stuck as they may feel, that doesn't have to be there tomorrow. So if they can really come with an open mind, be honest with themselves and with us, and you don't have to share your whole life story and all your business, but the thing that's holding you back might be the key information that we have. So the more you share, the more we can help, and your future doesn't have to be as slow or bankruptcy ridden as potentially without coming to the event.
Yeah, it sounds like a really, really great opportunity. I know that it's already half sold out. So we'll put a link on our website so people can find out more. But thanks for offering this, Stephanie.
Thank you for having me.
All right, have a great day. We're going to turn our attention now over to Amanda.
Thank you so much, ladies. Health and medical news now. New data from the World Health Organization is shining a light on the troubling number of measles cases in this country. It's one of the topics in Your Health. The WHO says Canada has recorded about 1,100 measles cases so far this year. That's half as many as the 2,200 cases reported across the U.S., despite Canada having a population only about 1/10 the size of our neighbor to the south. Roughly 186,000 measles cases have been reported worldwide as of July. That's a 12% increase compared with the same period last year. New research suggests that lifestyle changes can help prevent dementia. In a study published in Neurology, researchers tracked more than 12,000 people over 25 years and believe avoiding 3 things in middle age may help lower the risk of dementia. They found that people who entered old age with normal blood pressure, no diabetes, and no history of smoking lived 13 years longer without dementia than those who had all 3 of those risk factors. Finally, in the U.S., Kellogg says it's expediting its plan to remove all artificial colors from its cereals. It intends to start making Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks without them soon. Kellogg says the new versions could reach American retailers before the year's end. The company says it's also using new equipment that will allow it to transition to natural colors. Kellogg says it's also removing BHT, an artificial preservative, from the small number of cereals that still contain it. Kellogg has faced pressure for years to remove artificial ingredients from its cereals, which it has already done in other countries like Canada.
We have no milestones to pass along for you today, but if you'd like to see previously aired milestones or find out how to submit one, visit our website by scanning that QR code on your screen. And a reminder that milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance, and we'd love to celebrate your milestone with you. All right, well, August is National Dog Month, and this morning we have an update on one of our favorite stories from ABC reporter Danny New.
Here is the bittersweet update to a story about a special relationship between a dog and a 96-year-old gardener. Get the
I'm here and dig. We have an update on a story we brought you in the spring about a gigantic Newfoundland named Chewy and his 96-year-old best pal, Barb.
It's really my dog. I hope she knows that she realizes it's my dog.
After warming millions of hearts around the world while they gardened together, Barb has sadly passed away. Her granddaughter, Amy, who lives next door with Chewy and her family, says it was very sudden and likely from pneumonia.
We were really upset about it, but, you know, she was 96. She lived a long, happy, healthy life. So I rest easy knowing that.
And we know she felt the love. Just a few weeks before Barb passed, Amy opened up a mailbox for her and Chewy to hear from their many fans. And as you can see, the letters and packages were seemingly endless.
Even though it was the last 2 weeks of her life, she still would read those letters to Chewy. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Chew, you gonna come out of the bathtub today, buddy?
But when this sudden loss came, Amy says Chewy was so sad he spent much of the day in the bathtub. They knew they had to do something.
Chewy, look.
The family sprung into action and adopted a Newfoundland puppy named Mabel, which was Barb's middle name.
So then we came up with the idea to get him a baby, a puppy. And he fell in love with her.
What are you guys doing?
Over the past few weeks, Chewy has been showing Mabel the ropes, including the essential duty of leading Amy's children to the bus stop. Now, Amy says they are basically inseparable. Even enjoying sunsets together, too, just like Barb and Chewy used to do.
He just softens up for her. It's really cute.
Danny New, ABC News, New York.
All right.
Oh, what a story.
I know. I'm not crying. The sky is crying.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful. Danny is wonderful. And guess what? We're going to be chatting with Danny New next month.
We are so excited for that.
Yeah.
Whoop,
He's going to be a guest on our show via Zoom. Yay!
Yay! We get to make a story about him now.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to take a look at our 3-day forecast, talking about the weather across Atlantic Canada yet again. As of right now for today, New Brunswick will be seeing a daytime high of 26. Mainly cloudy start to your day. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms will move in across the province. 26 degrees on Wednesday, starting off the day with a bit of sunshine, seeing scattered showers return. 27 on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud to start your day. A low chance of showers will return into the afternoon, a high of 27. For Nova Scotia, 27 degrees as well. Today, we're looking at a mix of sun and cloud, isolated showers, a risk of thunderstorms for parts of the province. And then on Wednesday, 26 degrees, mainly sunny start to your day. Scattered showers return for parts of the province yet again. And on Thursday, 25 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud to start, isolated showers into the afternoon. And for Prince Edward Island, 24 degrees today. We do have a mix of sun and clouds to start your day. Scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. 23 on Wednesday with scattered showers continuing. 24 on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud with isolated showers into the afternoon.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Tuesday, August 11th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax Monday was directed at the United States consulate. We'll have details ahead in your news headlines.
And having a laugh for a great cause. Comedians are coming together to raise funds in support of the Miramichi SPCA. That story and so much more coming up this half hour on Your Morning Atlantic.
They say laughter's medicine.
It is.
Yeah, and if you were at the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival in Halifax over the long weekend, it was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
I love that festival.
It's like, I think Suzette said it perfectly, summer vibes.
It was.
It's
it
great.
was indeed,
Summer
yeah.
vibes. Yeah, Latavia, you were there Friday night.
Yes, I was there with Suze, yeah.
I didn't get there this year. I was in Cape Breton, but I really enjoyed it last year.
Gosh, it's great. Yeah, this year I went Saturday night, so Andrew Schultz was the headliner.
Oh, yes, yes.
So it was a great time. So yeah, how you can laugh, support the Miramichi SPCA. Looking forward to that interview. Plus a reminder to our morning chat. We're talking about different ways, tips you save money at the grocery store.
Yes.
A few different people have sent us a text already saying a big thing they do is have a list before they go in, which is what you said up, Crystal.
Yeah.
And also, this is a good one, not shopping hungry at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
man.
That's very important.
Oh,
My eyes get so big when I'm starving. I'm like, I need this, I need this, I need this.
That's great advice, yeah, for sure. All right, well, it is 8:01. We need to get, if you're heading out the door, how do people dress for the weather
Well, my
today?
weather advice for you today is bring your rain jacket. Just in case, because we are expecting a chance of some pop-up shower activity across the region. So something to keep in mind when you are heading out. Here's a live look at Boys Town early this morning. 16 degrees to start your day. Very muggy early this morning as well when you factor in the humidity we're still seeing across the region. And we do have wet weather tracking across New Brunswick today, as well as across much of Atlantic Canada on and off throughout the day. 18 degrees in Halifax, 19 starting off your day in Charlottetown, 13 right now in Labrador City, as well as into St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at that current system tracking across the region. And chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms will continue to spread across all three maritime provinces into the afternoon. Newfoundland and Labrador also dealing with a chance of showers as well. Here's a look at the wind forecast, remaining quite light for all three maritime provinces today. 17 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 13 into Yarmouth with 11 in Halifax with no wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at the wet weather headed our way into the a little bit later on, as I say, into the afternoon. But right now, we're going to take a look at our local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Police say a bomb threat that shut down part of downtown Halifax yesterday was directed at the United States consulate. Halifax police say the consulate received the threat Sunday night. Police found the suspect's vehicle the next morning in the parkade at Purdy's Wharf, the same building where the consulate is located. After finding a propane tank and containers believed to contain flammable liquid inside the vehicle, police evacuated the parkade and neighboring streets as a precaution.
Because I need to go to the U.S. consulate for the visa interview. Yeah, it took months to get a available time slot. It's not easy. You can tell. I live in Vancouver. I fly 6 hours there.
A 54-year-old man was arrested near the Canada Game Centre later Monday morning. He remains in custody, and police say he could appear in court today. Police determined there was no threat to public safety. The man who was the subject of an emergency alert in Halifax over the weekend is facing over a dozen charges, including attempted murder, after a woman was shot in the Annapolis Valley.
On camera. They got him.
36-year-old Ryan Alexander Cole was arrested around 12:40 p.m. Saturday afternoon in Bedford. Police allege he was involved in the shooting of a 31-year-old woman outside a home in the Annapolis Valley earlier that morning. She was taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police tracked down the man in the woods behind Sunnyside Mall and arrested him, though the firearm believed to be used to shoot the woman was not found. Police in Moncton have identified and charged 3 young teens in connection to a dangerous driving incident that was caught on camera. The video shows teenagers on top and hanging out of a moving car on Vaughan Harvey Boulevard Sunday afternoon. A woman in the passenger seat behind them captured it all and posted it on social media. Police say the vehicle, which was reported stolen, was located in a ditch in Memramcook later that day. The 3 youths, a 16-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl, have been released from custody and are scheduled to make a court appearance at a later date. The CBRM is receiving $2.6 million from the provincial and federal governments to improve transit accessibility. The funding will help the municipality buy 6 accessible minibuses for Cape Breton Transit. It will also support the construction of 5 new bus shelters, 5 crosswalks, and nearly 2 kilometers of sidewalks. Officials say the upgrades will make transportation safer, more accessible, and better connected to existing transit routes. A massive Amazon distribution center is under construction in Dartmouth. It could lead to even faster delivery times for parcels. The facility could also employ up to 1,500 people. But one retail analyst says the news isn't all positive. CTV's Jonathan McGinnis reports.
In the not too distant future, these Amazon trucks will be leaving from a newer and much bigger facility.
It is about the size of 3 of the current IKEAs. So it's a massive, massive footprint.
Amazon is moving its distribution center from one end of the Burnside Industrial Park to the other. Right now, the site is being cleared by dozens of pieces of heavy equipment. The building will be more than 1 million square feet, and consumers could see even shorter delivery times.
We could be talking about same-day delivery here in the city. That's the hopes and aspirations of Amazon, to improve that distribution network and that delivery time to their end consumer.
The CEO of the Downtown Dartmouth Business Commission says the city is on a roll when it comes to attracting major investments like this one.
It's like a snowball. Once that snowball starts rolling, it kind of just keeps rolling. And so we're attracting these large sorts of employers like Amazon, and we're also attracting a lot of investment through the Defense Initiative.
The news isn't all positive.
The reputation of Amazon as an employer, not the best.
Retail expert Doug Stevens says the distribution super company has its flaws, even if it is bringing between 1,000 to 1,500 jobs to the area.
This facility, first of all, is opening against the backdrop of a closing of a facility in Quebec not that long ago. And the catalyst for that closing was that the employees were unionized in Quebec, and Amazon wants nothing to do with unions.
Stevens says there is a fine line between the quantity of jobs and the quality of those jobs. Jonathan McGuinness, CTV News, Dartmouth.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's going to be interesting to see just how big that center is going to be when it is complete.
Absolutely.
Like 3 IKEAs is pretty big.
That's pretty
That's huge.
big.
Yeah.
You know what else is big? This opportunity to win lobster. 50 pounds.
That it is.
CTV wants to send you to see, but that's actually not the contest we're talking about right now.
This is still big.
This is big, though. This is a chance to win, but it's a different contest. We've got 2 today, so it can be a little bit confusing.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get some coffee after this. Tuesday, Tides contest. Enter to win a chance to win 2 tickets to a home game. This particular one is on August 23rd, 2026. Scan that QR code to go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca. Support our wonderful Northern Super League team, the Tides. They're on a roll this season. They're ripping. They're so good. You need to check them out. Their team has chemistry, synergy, sizzle.
Amazing.
Oh, no, they're good.
Having a great Q3.
They're having a wonderful Q3. Exactly.
And then you can get your photo taken with Jocelyn.
Jocelyn is amazing. Yeah, love it.
Great dancer.
Talk about summer vibes. It's great to go to the to the games. Lots of fun.
Oh yeah.
You can see Brianne Foley as a sideline reporter.
For sure.
Get yourself something from the food truck.
Some merch. And I don't know if I
merch.
mentioned it this hour, but it's just a one-day contest. So when we go to break, you want to just enter, get your chance in now.
All right, still ahead. You can do that during the commercial break. When we return, Latavia has the latest look at the forecast on this Tuesday. Plus, I'll have a look at your national and international headlines. We'll be joined by CTV's Scott Hurst for the latest on the wildfire situation on the West Coast over in BC. Now we're going to go to the far East Coast here. Take a look at one of the most photographed lighthouses, if not the most photographed lighthouse in our region. Good morning, Peggy. The forecast is next.
A bit of sunshine starting off your day. Welcome back. The time now is 8:12. We're taking a live look at Digby. 16 degrees early this morning. We do have a low chance of some shower activity to start your day, a risk of thunderstorms, but expected to clear out if you do see any precipitation. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Still holding on to some heat for parts of the Maritime region. 19 degrees as you head outdoors in Halifax. 20 starting off your day in Charlottetown with 17 in Fredericton. 14 degrees in Labrador City, a bit cooler in St. John's, Newfoundland at 13. We will be seeing some wet weather move across Atlantic Canada today. A chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms first starting off your day in New Brunswick. Isolated showers early in the morning for parts of the Tri-County area of Nova Scotia, clearing out, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Now, into the afternoon, we will be seeing precipitation spread across parts of Prince Edward Island into parts of Nova Scotia. Still around a 30% chance of it happening, a risk of thunderstorms as well. Newfoundland, Labrador dealing with some wet weather too. We are looking at some shower activity, and that will clear out for parts of Newfoundland. For tonight, we are going to hold on to a chance of showers for all 3 maritime provinces, clearing out, though, before Wednesday morning, as we will be seeing the return of sunshine early on before a chance of showers returns into the afternoon forecast. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, heaviest being around 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of New Brunswick, across Prince Edward Island into Cape Breton Island as well for North Mountain. And we are going to see 10 to 20 millimeters as well for parts of Labrador, only seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters for Corner Brook and Port aux Basques. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs cooling down a bit, remaining below seasonal to seasonal today, ranging from 20 degrees in Bathurst up to 26. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms across the province. For Prince Edward Island, a mix of sun and cloud to start. Scattered showers expected into the afternoon with a risk of thunderstorms. Daytime highs ranging from 22 degrees in Tignish up to 25 in Charlottetown. Now for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we are going to see a bit of a shift here. Parts of eastern Nova Scotia looking at some isolated showers into the afternoon, a risk of thunderstorms. And then Cape Breton Island not seeing precipitation until this evening with daytime highs between 23 degrees in Canso up to 28 today. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, pretty much the same thing. Isolated showers early in the morning, a risk of thunderstorms for the Tri-County area, clearing out, leaving sunshine if you do see precipitation. And then for mainland Nova Scotia, starting off the day with sunshine, seeing isolated showers and a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. Daytime highs will range from 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 26 today, 27 in Shelburne. For Labrador City, we're looking at a high of 20, mainly cloudy skies to start your day, a chance of showers into the afternoon. 19 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland. Shower activity early in the morning, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thank you so much, Latavia. On the West Coast in British Columbia, there are more than 100 wildfires actively burning with about 50 evacuation orders in place. Officials say most of the fires were sparked by lightning strikes, but at least 19 appear to be caused by people possibly set intentionally. For the latest on this, we bring in CTV's Scott Hurst. Good morning to you, Scott.
Good morning, Amanda.
So what is the latest on the fire that you can tell us this morning, or the fires, I should say?
Yeah, as you mentioned, there are more than 100 fires burning across the province right now. The one we are focusing on is the Bald Range fire. Now, to put it into perspective for viewers there in the Maritimes, it is burning in the Okanagan region of BC. That area is about roughly a 5-hour drive from Vancouver. The biggest city in that region is Kelowna, but there are many towns and villages up and down Okanagan Lake, and this is where that fire is burning, impacting towns like Summerland and Peachland. So the Bald Range fire covers an area of 155 square kilometers. Crews are dealing with hot and dry conditions and in many cases steep terrain. It's being described as a monumental task to get the flames under control. We do know the fire has destroyed numerous homes and properties. However, the full extent of the damage right now is impossible to assess. The province is under a state of emergency with the BC Wildfire Service preparing for the potential, Amanda, for more lightning strikes, potentially to spark more fires in the days to come. Also, the BC government has announced it has secured more than 1,000 hotel rooms in the region, in towns and cities like Kelowna, Penticton, and West Kelowna, with plans to set up more evacuation centers in the days ahead, more beds for people for the evacuees to go in the days ahead, as there have been more than 20,000 people, Amanda, forced from their homes because of the fires burning in British Columbia.
Oh my goodness, a significant number of people forced to evacuate. RCMP, as we understand it, they're also investigating some of these wildfires as well. Can you tell us more about the RCMP investigation that's been launched?
Amanda, what we know from BC RCMP, they say they're examining all reports of suspicious activity that may have led to the start of the Bald Ridge fire. It flared up on Friday afternoon. The official cause has not yet been determined, but investigators are not ruling anything out right now. They're looking for witnesses, they say, who may have seen anything or know anything about the origin of the fire, including anyone who might have dash cam footage, videos, or photos from the Friday afternoon in the area where the fire flared up. Police are also using this plea, going public with this plea to dispel rumors and misinformation circulating online of another video showing what appeared to be someone trying to light what's known as a bear banger designed to deter wildlife. But police say that incident in question, Amanda, is not connected, happened several kilometers from the fire's origin. However, with no lightning reported in the forecast for Friday afternoon, police are still on the hunt to determine if this fire was human-caused by accident or if it was intentionally set, Amanda.
And let's hope going forward they don't have those lightning strikes. Scott, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thanks, Amanda.
CTV Scott Hurst reporting live for us from our national newsroom in Toronto on the BC wildfires. We're going to take another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. Please stay with us. When we return, we'll have a conversation with the Miramichi SPCA in Pet Talk.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It's 8:21. Now, a New Brunswick comedy show is getting ready to deliver the laughs this weekend to help animals in need. Bad Words for a Good Cause returns, raising money in support of the Miramichi SPCA. To share the details, we welcome Kive Lucas, the founder of Bad Words for a Good Cause. Good morning, Kive.
Morning.
So let's talk about this particular show. Why did you decide to start a fundraising comedy show?
I've done a couple at New Maritime before for a homeless shelter they have, and for the SPCA before. But the SPCA in Miramichi put a post on a couple of months ago that they were in an emergency state. So I reached out to New Maritime, and they were busy with their music festival, but we got this set up because when you see something like that, there's a lot of things you can't do. But for this, you can do something to help a little bit. It won't solve their problem with the cats, but it'll raise close to $400 if we sell out to help them with food and things like that. Every dollar helps with those shelters.
It's true. The shelters are truly, they're a no-kill shelter, and they're just doing their best to help the animals in the region. So let's talk about the show. I mean, if it sells out, it looks like it's going to be great. Tell us exactly when and where it is, for starters.
It's this Saturday night at New Maritime Beer Company in Miramichi. A fantastic venue for music and comedy. It's an all Miramichi lineup. I start by talking a little bit about Bad Words for a Good Cause across the province. I'm the only out-of-town person. Then you have Maggie Eastie as the host. She's traveled all over the Maritimes doing comedy. Jimmy McKinley, I think, is on everything filmed in the Maritimes. And you have Chad Duplessis. He was a counselor in Miramichi, and he's been a comedian for a few years and is just hysterically funny. And Matt Richardson, he cut his teeth at SCTV, Second City in Toronto, things like that. So there's a lot of great comedy, and it's $20 a ticket. And $5 from every ticket we sell goes to the Miramichi SPCA.
It sounds like a great night, Kive. Like, what a wonderful win-win-win. Hilarious. You yourself do stand up too. Why did you get into that world? I know it's a tough. It looks fun, but I bet it's hard.
It is, but fortunately I have a day job, so I don't have to rely on it to make money. But I've been a fan since when I was 8. I heard Steve Martin on an album way back in the early 80s, and I just became hooked. And I had parents who got me the pay channel so I could watch the HBO and Showtime's stuff in the 80s when there was no other stand-up on. But I never got on stage because there's always the funny guy at work or the class clown. The stage is littered with them. So I kind of lived life, and in 2020, my wife and I separated, and I thought it can't feel worse to bomb than it feels right now. And what I found it to be was a way to write out, to find out where I went wrong. And things like that, and making fun of myself has turned into kind of a fun way to work through things. It's not punching down on others. I just punch down on myself and my mom a little.
Well, they say laughter is the best medicine, and it can be for you, it can be for the audience. But what's wonderful about this show is not only is it going to be hilarious, but the money is going to help an organization in Miramichi that's doing a lot of good. What's your hope for Bad Words for a Good Cause?
My hope for it is right now we've mainly been in New Brunswick and a couple of shows in PEI. I really want to get into the rest of the Maritimes, but my big dream is to take a couple of New Brunswick comedians from coast to coast, honestly on Via Rail, and do a stop at every place we can to do comedy and raise money for different causes along the way. And also use local comedians along the way and have like interprovincial comedy, so that we can show each other how good our scenes are. There's no point in us fighting. Supporting local means as easy as going to see a local comedy show, a local music show.
Oh my God.
Last night I hosted a show here in St. John for 3 comedians from Ontario. We had a great time. It was a small crowd, but it was a mighty crowd. And it was just a nice way to meet some folks from across the country. It's time to laugh we need to give people a reason to laugh for 90 minutes, 2 hours. And hopefully that's what happens at some of these shows.
Definitely. Well, I love your dreams. I love the idea of the train shows. Here's the one that's happening this week for the Miramichi SPCA. Get your tickets now. All the money will go to a good cause. Thanks so much, Kive, for your time this morning.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll put more information about this event on our website. In the meantime, we'll turn our attention to Latavia with the weather.
Thanks, Crystal. Starting off in New Brunswick, 26 degrees today, mainly cloudy with scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms. On Wednesday, a high of 26 yet again, starting off the day with some sunshine, seeing scattered showers return, though, into the afternoon. Much of the same on Thursday, 27 with a mix of sun and cloud, isolated showers expected into the afternoon. And then for Nova Scotia today, a bit of wet weather moving in across the province. 27 today, seeing a bit of sunshine with isolated showers, a risk of thunderstorms. 26 on Wednesday, mainly sunny start to your day, scattered showers return for parts of the province. And then on Thursday, 25 with a mix of sun and cloud and a low chance of showers returning. For Prince Edward Island today, 24 with a mix of sun and clouds, scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. 23 on Wednesday with scattered showers, isolated showers expected on Thursday with a high of 24.
Coming up in this hour, prepare to be amazed every time magician Bill Peterson comes to our studio. We're left in awe. How does he do it?
Who knows? It's magic, I guess.
And guess what? He's got a new show telling the story of his history with magic. We'll get the details coming up on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic, Canada. Thank you so much for joining us for the show today. Still have a half hour left, and we have a couple tricks up our sleeves.
Oh. Yeah, Bill Peterson.
Not ours necessarily. We have Bill Peterson for that.
Yeah.
His sixth time on the show, too.
I know. And
wow.
Like you and Bill have a special connection, which I love. I don't want to know how the tricks are done. I just want to be wowed and amazed.
Absolutely. I'm the same way.
Great.
Yeah.
No,
just wow me.
No, I want to know. And like, there's no, I need to give the heads up. Like, it's the sixth time on the show. There's no like, okay, I'm going to say this and you do this and I'll take a peek.
No.
There's no, like,
no
we don't even know what he's doing in there. He's going to tell us about his new show and he's going to have a trick. We don't know what he's doing. I'm like, one time he came in and I sat on an empty manila envelope the whole time he did a trick.
Yes.
And then I got up and it had a paper inside. I have no idea. We have cameras all around him.
Yeah.
Afterwards, our editors and some people in our control room, we re-watched the segment in slow motion to see if we could try to
But this is why he keeps coming back,
know.
because he has to keep wowing us.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's zip along so we have more time for the interview.
Yes.
And it was weather-wise, you know, it's going to be still a bit of a muggy one.
Yeah, for parts of the region. Here's a live look at Port de Grave. Mainly cloudy skies early this morning. We did have a bit of shower activity to start today, already clearing out. We are going to see temperatures rise into the afternoon, but as of right now, 13 degrees as you head outdoors. 20 degrees in Charlottetown now with 19 in Halifax, 15 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick, 14 in Labrador City. Over to our satellite radar. Our chance of showers, the risk of thunderstorms will track across Atlantic Canada throughout the day today. Some pop-up shower activity, something to keep in mind when you are heading out. In terms of our wind forecast, remaining light for the Maritimes, 15 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape, 13 into Yarmouth with 11 in Canso and in Miramichi. No wind gusts to report at this time. So we'll take one last look at your long-range forecast just ahead. But first, one last look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Police say that a bomb threat that shut down parts of downtown Halifax yesterday was directed at the United States consulate. Halifax police say the consulate received the threat Sunday night. Police found the suspect's vehicle the next morning in the parkade at Purdy's Wharf, the same building where the consulate is located. After finding a propane tank and containers believed to contain flammable liquid inside the vehicle, police evacuated the parkade and neighboring streets.
Because I need to go to the U.S. consulate for the visa interview. Yeah, it took months to get a available time slot. It's not easy. You can tell. I live in Vancouver. I fly 6 hours there.
A 54-year-old man was arrested near the Canada Games Centre later in the morning. He remains in custody, and police say he could appear in court today. Police determined there was no threat to public safety. Police in Moncton have identified and charged 3 young teens in connection to a dangerous driving incident that was caught on camera. The video shows teenagers on top and hanging out of a moving car on Vaughan Harvey Boulevard Sunday afternoon. A woman in the passenger seat of a vehicle behind them captured it all and posted it on social media. When she reported the incident, the 911 operator said they'd already received thousands of calls and police were trying to locate the vehicle.
We could not get over the brazenness. I was so scared that one of the kids were going to fall. I was going to see something that I didn't want to see, and somebody would potentially run over them.
Another woman says she saw what appears to be the same black Chevy sedan with the same passengers driving on the sidewalk in the city's north end. Police say the vehicle, which was reported stolen, was located in a ditch in Memramcook Sunday. The 3 youths, a 16-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl, have been released from custody and are scheduled to make a court appearance at a later date. Fewer than half of the Eastern premiers attended a scheduled conference in the U.S. with New England governors. Only Nova Scotia and PEI's premiers were part of the Canadian contingent, while New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Quebec's premiers sent representatives in their place. University of PEI political scientist Don Deserud says this could mark a turning point in inter-border partnerships.
The instability of the system is such that they can make all the agreements they want, and then tomorrow we'll find out that they're all null and void because of another change in policy.
He says provinces may be backing off on negotiations to allow the federal government to take a lead. The threatened 50% tariffs on Canadian goods are set to go into effect next week. Finally, sailors from Japan took part in a special ceremony at Halifax's Point Pleasant Park Monday. CTV's Mike Lamb was there for the memorial wreath laying.
So the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, their Japanese training squadron, was here today to pay respects at the Halifax Memorial. The Japanese ships are the Kashima and the Yamagiri, and they are in town during their overseas training cruise. Halifax is one of their many stops as they circumnavigate the world. They got into town on Sunday, though people likely saw them at anchor on Saturday just in the Halifax Harbor, and they will be departing Wednesday morning. From our perspective, it fosters relations with our Japanese cohort, and for our sake, it's excellent to be able to work with a Pacific Navy in Halifax. That's quite a rare experience for Halifax sailors. We're just happy that they're here. It's quite interesting for us. It's been lovely to host them, and we look forward to hosting them again soon.
We hope they enjoy their time here on the East Coast.
Absolutely. Yeah, beautiful segment too, done by Mike Lamb. Beautiful.
All right, now we're going to talk about the community calendar, highlighting some events taking place this week. So the annual Fricot Franco Festival, I hope I'm saying that. Frico, my bad, Frico Franco Festival. Okay, that one returns to
Frico. I believe Frico is a stew, so that's
is it
different than
Acadian stew?
Yeah,
yum. Okay, well, this is returning to Dieppe from August 12th until August 16th. A 5-day free celebration of music, laughter, and Acadian spirit will take over the downtown core. For a full breakdown of festivities, head over to their Facebook events page. And we kick off National Acadian Day celebrations in Rustico. Come out for a free concert Wednesday, August 12th at 7:30 p.m. To reserve a spot, head to the website below. And discover the wonders of the night sky during a sky party in Cheticamp. On August 12th at 8:30 p.m., the Cap Rouge campground will host an incredible evening of looking up, learning, and peering through telescopes at the night sky. To learn more, head over to Parks Canada. And if you do have an upcoming event, send us the details. We'd love to promote it on our community calendar, Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca.
And no cost to you, too. We had one viewer ask, like, oh, how much does it cost? And it's free. Just send us the email.
Amazing.
All right, we're gonna have
for the community calendar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely free.
Yeah, I was so lost when she said that. I'm like, huh?
I was just still marveling over all the wonderful Acadian things going on. Acadians
and
are
there's
like the
so
blondes.
much more too. It's
they
so
have
hard
more
to
fun.
pick which ones to choose.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, more on the show too. We're gonna have some dancers from Cheticamp on later too. Canadian Heritage Month. Okay, we're gonna have another break, but stay tuned. If you like magic, you're gonna try to solve it. Like me, magician Bill Peterson is back in studio to tell us about his new show in St. John. Plus, he's got a trick, of course.
Oh, you only had one card in your hand. Well, look, all but one burned.
Beautiful start to the day over in Somerville. Welcome back. The time now is 8:41. 17 degrees early this morning. We do have sunshine expected this morning before a chance of showers moves in this afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 19 degrees to start your day in Halifax. 20 degrees in Charlottetown with 17 in Fredericton, as well as into Happy Valley Goose Bay, 16 in St. Anthony. We do have some wet weather tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada early this morning. A chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms for New Brunswick. Also seeing a chance of showers for both Newfoundland and Labrador. Now into the afternoon for the Maritime region, a chance of showers will continue to spread across Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia, paired with the risk of thunderstorms as well. For tonight, much of the same is expected, but we will start to see that shower activity begin to clear out as we head towards early Wednesday morning, starting off the day with sunshine in the Maritimes before a chance of showers returns into the afternoon. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, the heaviest being 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of New Brunswick across Prince Edward Island into Cape Breton Island for North Mountain. Also expecting 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of Labrador. Heaviest for Newfoundland is 5 to 10 millimeters. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. Daytime highs remaining below seasonal to seasonal today, ranging from 20 to 26 degrees. We are going to see scattered showers across the province, a risk of thunderstorms as well. Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 22 to 25, being the warmest into Charlottetown. A mix of sun and cloud to start, scattered showers, and a risk of thunderstorms moves into the afternoon. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we are going to see daytime highs between 23 to 28. Looking at some isolated showers into the afternoon for eastern Nova Scotia, a risk of thunderstorms. Not seeing shower activity move into Cape Breton until this evening. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, also expecting a bit of wet weather, a low chance of showers to start your day for the Tri-County area, a risk of thunderstorms clearing, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. And then for mainland Nova Scotia, in reverse, we're looking at a mix of sun and cloud to start, isolated showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected into the afternoon. For Labrador City, we are looking at a high of 20 degrees today, mainly cloudy early in the morning. We are going to see showers arrive into the afternoon. 19 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland, showers early on, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. That's a look at weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Well, after more than 20 years to perform magic, Moncton's Bill Peterson is entering a new stage of his career. He's created a theater production magic show. It is called Postcards from a Magician, and it will premiere at the Fundy Fringe Festival, which runs next week. That's August 17th to the 22nd in St. John's. We're so happy to welcome Bill back to the studio. I know you have a setup. You can't see it here on camera right now on this camera, but we will in a second. So you are going to do some magic for us this morning.
Yeah.
But before that, let's talk about the show. This sounds really exciting. Postcards from a Magician.
Yeah, after 20 years of doing magic, I wanted to bring my audience something more than just an incredible collection of magic tricks. And people often ask me, how did you become a magician?
Right.
And it's actually an incredible story of cities I've traveled to, experiences I've had learning magic, and the people I've met. And so this takes them on that journey, and the Fundy Fringe was a great moment to try and bring that to life.
So what will it look like?
Well, the Postcards from a Magician is an immersive theatrical experience where the audience actually goes on that journey from city to city. Every city has a different story, has a different piece of magic associated with it. And it's really about the experience, because in the end, they'll know for sure that no description, no photo, no postcard can truly capture the experience. You just have to be there.
Ooh, you have us sold, showing some of the places that you've been as well, and those cities, those experiences. Okay, very exciting. How long has that been in the works for, would you say?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
Yeah.
All right, so we now have the details on the show. We can't have you on the show, you know, without doing some magic. So I was hoping that I'm going to put my stuff aside here, just off to the side. And by the way, I clarify this too to the audience. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. You mentioned some of the props you're going to bring in. No previous setup, but okay. Hopefully we can get to 2 pieces of magic. Let's start with the first one.
Well, it's interesting because I've traveled all over, and in New York, you know, the city that never sleeps, and it's got magicians, it's got street hustlers, it's got pickpockets, and I've learned from some of the best. And believe it or not, though, on one of the occasions, I was actually wronged.
You were robbed?
Yeah, by the bandana bandit. And what he would actually do is he would take his bandana and rob you. Do you see what I mean?
Okay.
So he would fold up his bandana and put all the items in it and take off with it. Anyways, he demanded all my money. In my wallet, I had $300. I thought I was good. I thought I was, you know, lucky to get away from that. $300, that's a pretty good score. Made me put that in there. Then he noticed my watch. And I said, listen.
That's a Rolex. No. Okay, keep going.
He noticed my watch, and I said, listen, if you steal my watch, I'm as good as dead. He put that in there. And then he noticed my ring. I said, listen, if you steal my ring from me, I'm as good as dead. He put that in there. And then he took off running down the street around the corner, and I wish I had been there to see the expression on his face when he finally opened his loot bag. Because Amanda, magically, there was no watch, there was no ring, there was nothing at all.
What?
Because, Amanda, I still had my ring.
What? What?
I still had my watch.
What?
And believe it or not, Amanda, I still had my $300.
What? No! No. Can I be the bandit? Can I touch it? What?
Yeah, look.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Crystal's been waiting off to the side too.
We're trying to see how things have been a fan for a long time. My name's Crystal. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Do
you want to say one more?
Yeah.
Do we have
was
time?
blown away. I could not see how that was done at all.
All right. So a quick piece of card magic. Blue bicycles, regular from Walmart. Okay, come on over. Come on over. They're not in any particular order. All right.
Yeah.
We can give them a quick mix, a quick shuffle.
Regular cards.
Yes. And Crystal, I'll get you to pick a card. Actually, look, just yellowed a card.
Okay.
Whichever one you see.
Eight of diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
Any particular reason why you chose that
no,
card?
I just thought.
It was just random.
Yep.
Okay, watch. Don't take your eyes off the cards.
Okay.
I'm going to cut once, cut it twice into the deck. Watch close. Don't take your eyes off them. Amanda, can you wave your hand over the deck? Just like that. Did you see what happened? Something incredible has happened. Look, look. All of the cards have now changed from blue to red. Every single card. Take a look. Every single card has now... Wait, now, there is one blue one out of all. Crystal, what was the card that you had chosen?
Ace of diamonds.
The blue one is, in fact, the Ace of diamonds. These are all red. Crystal, if you take the blue Ace of diamonds, snap, it changes red, and there are no blue.
What?
And
You're
look,
holding it.
you can actually check it out. Look,
Come on.
check them out.
This is literally just holding it.
Look, you can actually feel them. They all are just regular red playing cards.
Oh my gosh.
And they're real.
You're
right?
Incredible.
Yeah. So,
every time you come, it's like, how can you possibly wow us again? And yet every time you up the ante.
Wow.
The number one question is, can you change the red back to blue? Watch. Yeah. Blue.
No.
All right.
I love that.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me.
We appreciate. Do you want us to hold on to the $100 cash, like the $300?
Yes. By the way, Amanda, I brought you a postcard from a magician.
Oh, a postcard from a magician. Thank you so much, Bill. Okay, you can see postcards from a magician. You can see Bill and hear his story, see the theatrical performance at the Fundy Fringe Festival. That is in St. John next week, August 17th to the 22nd. Schedule's online. Bill, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, what a pleasure.
Wow.
Wow.
We are still trying to figure out how Bill did that.
Mind blown. I literally had goosebumps watching. I was like, what is happening right now?
Holding the card, nothing changed. The card color changed, but I didn't feel anything. Or how do you get the money back in the wallet?
Yeah, I don't know. How do
I get him to put that money from his wallet into my pocket? That would be good.
Exactly. Oh, and you could see he was saying his show, Postcards from a Magician, yeah, Fundy Fringe Festival next week, St. John. So it's a very interactive show as well.
Yeah.
So
sounds like a fantastic
It sounds
time.
wonderful. Oh gosh, yeah. He needs to do some shows in Halifax.
Yeah, he's going to Digby Pines later today for a show down there.
Oh, I love Digby Pines. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you're in for a treat. Okay. Let's get to the viewer text now. We were talking about how we can magically save money at the grocery store. What are your tips and tricks before you go? Let's start with Jessica from Sydney. Don't go to the grocery store hungry. When I go to the grocery store hungry, I want everything and tend to spend a lot more than intended.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'll buy stuff to eat right then and there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So true. Next up, we have Colleen saying, We buy roast beef and pork loin and cut it ourselves.
Yes.
Much cheaper than buying it cut and wrapped at Costco. That's true. If you buy some stuff that's pre-cut, whether it's meat or fruit, it can be more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Yeah, that's great. Pork loin is a magical cut. You can do a lot with it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot with it.
Good point. Pam says, I make a list of what I need on a note on my phone.
I do that too.
Same. Then go to the website and check the prices. I will normally place an order online at no frills and just go to pick it up. If I forget something, then I will grab it while I'm in the store. You ladies have me craving watermelon now. We were talking about watermelon earlier. She goes, I have an appointment later this week. And on my way home, I'm going to grab some watermelon.
Good girl.
Do it.
So healthy, too.
Yeah,
and it's like drinking a drink and having a snack at the same time.
It's fresh.
Refreshing.
It is refreshing.
And Philip says, my advice for saving money is just staying at home as long as possible. Live with your parents and still saving money by doing that.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, if you're able to do so.
That is true. That is a situation a lot of people do find themselves in.
Yes.
Yeah, and Tanya from Eastern Passage, go to Gateway. That's Gateway Meat Market to save money on food. They're among the cheapest places to buy groceries.
It's true.
They've also recently done quite a big expansion. Anytime you pass by Gateway Meat Market, it is busy, and they have more than meat there too.
Yeah.
Then LJ says, shop specials only. Compare prices in local stores for same or similar products and use coupons and store loyalty points. Every little bit helps.
Sure does help.
Yes.
It really does, yeah.
Well, those are all great tips and tricks.
Happy savings.
Yeah. Okay, so this is fun. Just a little last. We'll stick with this as long as we have time. Okay. I know you're both fans of musicals. This is a beautiful medley of favorite songs sung by a woman and her cat. Let's listen in now.
Song over the rain when the night has.
Oh darn! They cut to some. You get the idea. Had a
farm, E-I-E-I. I will always love. Have I told you lately that I love? Have I told you there's no one else above?
This looks exactly like, very similar to Suzette's cat, Dolly. Suzette Bobo directed this week, yeah. Oh my gosh, so cute.
You know this cat's owner sings all this.
Oh yeah,
such a beautiful voice.
voice.
Like that.
Yeah.
Had a farm.
E-I-E-I. One more.
Oh,
That's incredible.
amazing.
Yeah, so fun.
I know.
Wow.
Gosh, I love that. Okay, so there you go.
Great way to end this Tuesday.
If your pet sings, please send us a video.
Send it. We want to see it. We hope you join us on the show tomorrow. We'll be here bright and early. We start at 6 a.m. You might have heard about this research happening around catfish and cancer. We're going to be talking to one of the researchers about that tomorrow, and lots more to come on the show.
Jen Weatherhead's going to talk about her travel essentials. She always tells us the day of the week to save. So we'll find out tomorrow.